What's going on, y'all? It's Araneae Storm checking in for the Mercury sign series. We just wrapped up Mercury in Virgo, and we're about to be moving into Mercury in Libra and finishing this week off with Mercury in Scorpio. So if it's your first time coming in and you're like, yo, what is this? Or you just come to learn more about your Mercury in Scorpio, or you might know somebody with a Mercury in Scorpio, you come to the right place. My name, once again, is Araneae Storm. If this is your first time coming in, I am a Cosmic Rootwork astrologer. I specialize in Mars activations as well as North Node and South Node consultations. So if you would like to book a reading with me, you can hit me up at araneastorm.wix.com/info, and you can find me on all social media at Araneae Storm. So, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up. My link is in the description if you with it, if you trying to get it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. So Mercury and Scorpio. So not Scorpio, Mercury and Libra. What is your Mercury sign? Okay. So Mercury is ruled by Gemini and Virgo. It is at home in Gemini and Virgo. It is the planet of communication. I mean, it's how you communicate with people. It is how you like to be communicated with. This is short trips. This is your siblings. You know what I'm saying? It's all encompassing, I feel like, what you should know about yourself. I know a lot of times we focus in astrology on the Venus sign, and we focus, and I'm going to get deeper into this. This is just a general, once again, general reading of Mercury and Mercury in Libra specifically, but I am going to go in depth. And also another thing too, before I do go into this, you definitely want to check the aspects that is hitting your Mercury, because it definitely can have like a different kind of appeal to it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, this is something that you should really know about yourself, especially, you know, yourself, people that you know, partners, people that you're close and intimate with. I feel like it's something that we kind of skip over a lot, but this is what, you know what I'm saying? This is the best way. The first step, I feel like, of really getting to know somebody once again, and like just the way and how they communicate. You know what I mean? Once you get a sense of somebody's Mercury and what is aspecting their Mercury sign, you're like, oh, that's why this motherfucker was tripping. Or, I really like that motherfucker. Like, yeah, that was a good ass conversation. Like, I always wonder, you know, like, damn, what's their Mercury? Like, what's their Mercury sign? You know what I'm saying? And then things get real passionate, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, what's that Mars talking about? You know what I mean? Venus, I'm going, and I'll talk about Venus. I don't want to get Venus and Mars and stuff like that mixed in. This is Mercury. So like I said, y'all really, especially if it's somebody or people that you're close to, once you get a sense of their Mercury on top of everything else, you'll start to sit back and be like, all right. So Mercury and Libra. When Mercury and Libra meet in the same room, what is going on with that connection? So if we're talking about Libra, the sign of Libra, we have cardinal air. Mercury loves Libra because it is an air sign. You know what I'm saying? Gemini rules Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini as well as Virgo once again. And this is the intellectuals. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini are the intellectuals. It's air. It's the element of air, and they love it. They love to talk. They love to socialize. You know, for Libra specifically, this is very smooth, sauce boss energy. You know what I'm saying? It's very good with his words. One thing I noticed about Mercury and Libra, they're very persuasive. You know what I'm saying? In speech, honestly, when I think of Mercury and Libra, I think of Mercury and Leo, because it's easy for Mercury and Libras. Their voice, their speaking voice is very pleasant. You know, they want to be heard. They want to be understood. So they kind of talk with that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even know. Once again, this is like, damn, this nigga just finessed me out of like $20. Like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? There's definitely that energy. Like I said, very soothing, very poetic. You know what I mean? This is the type of energy that can definitely talk your panties off if you let them. You know what I mean? Very diplomatic. So, you know, it could be two people going at it or two people who have a difference of opinion. And Mercury and Libra will reach you right in the middle. It'll be like, I see what you're saying, but I also see what you're saying though. Like, and then it's like, oh, but then it kind of can fall into like that indecisive shit that Libras can definitely do of like, well, what do you want to eat, babe? I don't know. What do you want to do, babe? Do I want to do this? Or do I want to do this? And versus Mercury and Gemini, that's like, boop, 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 boop. Okay, cool. I'm going to do this. Mercury and Libra's like, but we could do this. But we can also do this. And it's like, Libra, make up your mind, please. Make up your mind. Make it up, make it up, make it up. You know what I mean? Definitely that. But all in all, Libra loves the scene. Libra loves like the aesthetic of things. You know, Libra likes a nice set, nice plate. And when I say that, it's like, especially if they're going out somewhere or something like that. Like they like the ambiance. They like the scene. They like things to be fair. They like things to be open. They like to, they could also be very personable as well, because they can kind of match your energy or try to stoop down or stoop up to, you know what I mean? They're very, because they want to create that balance, because Libra is balanced. So like when they communicate with you, you know, I definitely noticed with Mercury and Libra, like they don't want to say the wrong thing. And sometimes I feel like with Mercury and Libras, they can kind of go along with the crowd instead of like a Mercury Aries is like, you know, they thinking in their minds like, well, shit, this is how I feel. This is how I fucking think. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not really here to go back and forth or, you know, appease or, you know what I'm saying? So that's something that Mercury and Libra definitely learns from Mercury and Aries is like how to stick with their own decisions instead of allowing to kind of go with the crowd or go with the group of everybody else, because they don't want to feel singled out. Mercury and Libra doesn't want to feel singled out. They don't want to feel ostracized for their opinion, so they'll literally go with what everybody else. So that's something I want to definitely say to Mercury and Libra is like, if you feel a way or you feel like, you know, you do have a difference of opinion, speak on that. So you don't hold resentment, you know, towards other people or hold resentment towards yourself because you went along with other people instead of going along with how you truly feel. It can definitely backfire. You know what I mean? There is a way to be diplomatic without totally dismissing your own personal feelings and your own personal emotions and things like that for other people. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that. Very much, like I said, a socialite. Once again, you definitely want to check the aspects. And some people look at this video and be like, well, I'm not really a social Mercury and Libra. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? What's the rest of your chart looking like? And that's what we talking about personal readings. So if you want to get a personal reading with me, you know where to find me, araneae.com/info/services. And I got you. Link in bio. But anyway, back to it. That was a plug. Yes, it was. Eloquent in speech, you know what I mean? Like this is a very, like I said, this is very soothing, very like that. I said, the smooth operator type of shit. Like this is the type of energy, like the hotline, you know what I mean? Like you call in. I'm gonna keep it PG for my babies out there that's watching this, but like I can't really keep that PG. I can't even keep it PG. I'm just saying, there were lines, I don't know if they still exist. I'm pretty sure they still exist in the day where people could call them and, you know, they start having conversations and situations and things like that. I don't know. I can't even break it down. But I'm just saying, like, this is the type of energy that you can meet on the phone and it's real soothing. You know what I'm saying? It kind of put you in the mood, but that's a whole nother subject. So yeah. Because they're very persuasive, intellectual. They need mental stimulation. If you're not mentally stimulating any of the air mercurial signs, it gets very boring. It gets very dense, but not intense. Of like, they like that shit. They like There's a certain level of air signs I feel like that likes intensity, but not necessarily emotional intensity, but they like the intensity of like delving, you know, deeper into the the mind, and something that really keeps them going and keeps them, you know what I'm saying, pressed. Definitely. Very choosy with words. Mercury and Libra is a type of energy that's not just gonna say what's on its mind for real. That's Mercury and Aries. Mercury and Aries is gonna be like, all right, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. Boom. Mercury and Libra is going to be like on the inside, like, I really want to say this shit for real, but I don't know how it's going to make the other person feel. So I'm just going to keep it to myself. They will literally avoid a whole conversation. They will dodge a conversation. They'll literally, until they feel like you're ready to hear it. Not because they want you to hear it, but until they feel like you're ready. You know what I mean? It's like, I can kind of go back and forth, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. There is a need for passiveness, and there's also a need for directness. But I feel like you definitely have to balance, you know, you have to learn how to balance that out, so you're not just holding things in, once again, like I said, being resentful about it. You're able to see the bigger picture. You're able to see all sides on the table. You know what I mean? This is the judgment call energy, because, you know, the judgment card in tarot is, you know, Libra energy. And it's also the judge of, you know, the zodiac sign, justice, fairness, all that kind of stuff. So Libra will be able to see all sides. Like I said, it's very, very much so diplomatic energy. It's very much so good energy to, you know, if you, this is the type of energy, is like, once again, some bullshit's happening, you'll call Mercury and Libra and be like, yo, am I tripping about this? You know what I mean? Like, give it to me straight. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Devil's advocate energy. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I did say that, avoiding conflict. But also on the other end of Mercury and Libra, because Mercury and Aries does sit, you know, on the opposite side of Mercury and Libra. It's like, if they do, when Libra does get to a consensus of how they feel and how they think, and they feel like what they saying is right, it's the core, you can't do shit about it, it ain't happening, these motherfuckers will argue your shit down. They will go for it. If you don't think how they feel, or feel how they think, you know what I mean? Whew, they'll go to war for it. They'll go to war for it. They'll go all the way. Even if the motherfuckers is wrong, they will go toe to toe. So it's like, well, I made up my mind. This is how I feel. And it's like, well, no, that's wrong. Nope, I don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Mercury's in Libra. It's like, oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not. All right, gotcha. So don't get it fucked up. Don't get the game twisted. Like, these motherfuckers they just always indecisive. You know, they will argue you down. They will argue you down. Yeah, it can get like that. Definitely. So you want to be, not necessarily the other person, but I would just say for Mercury and Libra, you know, the scales have to be balanced. It's okay to feel how you feel, and it's okay to think what you think, but, you know, sometimes you just gotta leave things where they at. You know what I mean? This is also very charming energy. Very Libra's energy. Mercury and Libra is like I said, kind of in the beginning, like talking the pennies off. You know what I'm saying? Girl, you gon' think, you gon' think. Girl, you gon' think, you gon' think. You know what I mean? It's very flirtatious. It's very like, yo, like, what you doing after this? You know what I mean? You know, you trying to go get something to eat. You know what I mean? You're trying to, you know, man, got a place. Gotta, you know, we can hook up after this if you know what I mean? Like, looking kind of good. You know what I mean? The Mercury and Libra, they gonna tell, if you looking good, they gonna tell you you're looking good. You smelling nice, they gonna tell you smelling nice. They trying to, debatable. I was about to say some other shit, but that's debatable. That's more so Mercury and Aries, very blunt. But trust and believe, they gonna tiptoeing in my Jordans around your shit until they get what they want. Yes, indeed. Balance, very balanced. When I'm talking about situations and relationships and stuff like that, they do look at, once again, from a balanced point of view. Like they wanna, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying that because this is that energy. This is the writers, the singers, designers. Definitely. Mercury and Libra also too. I can definitely like even if they don't say it, they're always fantasizing about a partnership. They're always fantasizing. There's this card in my deck. This is an Osho Tarot deck. It's called the Dream card. I think it's like the Six of Cups or Six of Water card. But it's like them sitting on a rock, and then in their vision and bubble, it's like partnership. Like at the end of the day, they're just like, oh my God, I just want a twin or a flame or somebody that loves me and sees me for me. Even if they don't admit it, they want a sense of partnership with somebody. Oftentimes this energy can also, even some of their closest friends, it could kind of seem like they're together but they're not together, because it could be, honestly, it could be very clingy energy as well, like to a certain extent. Like without, it's like, damn, like, are y'all friends or y'all like on some other shit? Like this is, yeah, it can definitely get there for sure. Because Mercury and Libra just has very much so close relationships with people. Not to say that they, like I said, don't go out of their way to socialize with people outside of that, but their friends, like the people that they fuck with, like it can be very up close and personal energy. So it can kind of be like, this you know what I mean? The connectors, these are the connectors. So Mercury and Libra will be like, yo, this my mans, this my homie, let me introduce you. Like they know how to connect, they know how to talk to people. So they're definitely energy of like trying to connect people together, trying to get people to hook up, things like that. This is like the matchmaker energy where it's like, oh, you single? Don't worry about it. I got you. My homie, yo, you know what I mean? My homie single, just got in a relationship. I could hook y'all up. They're the type of friends that'll call you and be like, did you go on a date yet? You still fucking with old girl? You still? Because I know somebody who wants to know somebody. And then y'all can know the somebodies and do what you do. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that energy as well. Wanting to keep the peace in situations. Like if things get too heated, honestly, a Mercury and Libra will watch from the sidelines, because Mercury and Libra is low-key messy like that. Like, let's just be real petty. But they don't want to necessarily be involved in the situation. You feel what I'm saying? Definitely try to stay out of gossip. That's for you and Mercury and Gemini. If you can, try to stay out of the gossip and stuff like that. Because if you are involved in drama, or if you are involved in some bullshit and you playing both sides, people gonna be looking at you like, damn, who team is you playing on? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you being neutral is a bad thing, but in some situations I'm pretty sure people is gonna be looking like, wait, like who team is you playing for? Like we don't even know who team is you playing for. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, Mercury and Libra, y'all dress y'all asses off to the fucking T. You know what I'm saying? Definitely could be a stylist. You know what I mean? Because you know how to put things together. You definitely know how to put things together. You know how to, create the right look. You know how to create the right vibe. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can pull, those, patterns out and pull things out very much so, because Mercury and Virgo is definitely before you. So you know how to put them pieces together. You know what I'm saying? You know how to see, the details and things, and then kind of put the whole thing together. This is also the event planner energy, much like Mercury and Leo energy. It's just a vibe. It's a saucy vibe. You know what I'm saying? All in all, very, very saucy vibe. But like I said, lessons of the Mercury in Libra is making sure that you stick to your own guns, also being open to other people's, but you stick to your own, having a sense of self in the way that you communicate, but also being able to kind of pull from multiple directions, you know what I mean? So yeah, y'all, this is my description of Mercury in Libra. People have been asking me about the houses and stuff like that, like having a Mercury in a certain sign, but then the house placements. I am going to make a video, like I said, when I'm done with all the personal planets, to kind of wrap that stuff up. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Like I said, it's Araneae Zone checking in. You can find me at the link. We're gonna be moving on to Mercury and Square.